Hello guys and welcome to our new video in Fundamentals of English. So in today's lesson we are going to learn action verbs in present, past and future. Okay, in this lesson we are going to learn to see the differences between present, past and future. Okay, what happens if I talk about me? Or either I talk about me and my family. So that's what we call first person. So the first person singular and first person plural. Let's take a look. I usually get up early on weekdays. It's in present. I got up early today. It's in past. I am going to get up early tomorrow. That's in future. Notice the difference, and the verb changes from present to past. Get up is an irregular verb, so it's get up, and the past is got up. And notice that when I'm using the future tense, I use the verb to be. I am going to, and I use the going to as my auxiliary. I am going to get up early tomorrow. Okay, let's continue. I go to school on weekdays. I went to school yesterday. I am going to go to school next Monday. See the difference? Go again, go is an irregular verb and it changes from go to went when it's in the past. And in future, as you know, we are using I am going to. Okay. How about this? I always brush my teeth before sleeping. In past, I brushed my teeth last night. I am going to brush my teeth before sleeping. See the difference and how I'm using brush, which is a regular verb when it's in past. I only add ed at the end, and it's pronounced brushed. I brushed my teeth last night. Okay, next example. I have classes from Monday to Thursday. I had classes last week. I am going to have classes next week. Have is an irregular verb, and you can see the verb have in past is had. I had classes last week. Okay, what we have next? We go to the church on weekends. We went to the church last weekend. We're going to go to the church next weekend. So that's me and my family, you know? Okay. Well, that's about first person, singular and plural. Here we have another example. We have breakfast together on weekends. We don't eat heavy foods for breakfast. Now, I included a negative sentence just for you to see when I use auxiliary, don't or doesn't. Well, in this case, I'm using auxiliary don't. I will repeat the present. Number 1 says, we have breakfast together on weekends. We don't eat heavy foods for breakfast. Number 2, we had breakfast together last weekend. We didn't eat heavy foods for breakfast. 3, we are going to have breakfast together this weekend. We are not going to eat heavy foods for breakfast. Okay, here you have past, present, and future, both affirmative and negative. Notice the auxiliary don't, and notice the auxiliary didn't. So in present, you say don't. We don't eat heavy foods. We don't eat heavy foods for breakfast. For the past, we use didn't. We didn't eat heavy foods for breakfast. Didn't eat. We didn't eat heavy foods for breakfast. What if I talk about she? Let's take a look at this. Vanessa exercises at the gym 3 times a week in the mornings. She exercised at the gym last Friday. She's going to exercise at the gym next Tuesday in the morning. Notice that this is regular verb, exercise, but when it's in present, I add s to the verb, exercises. It sounds exercises. And when it's in past, you add ed, and it sounds exercised. Exercised. She exercised at the gym last Friday. Vanessa usually takes a shower after the gym. She took a shower yesterday after the gym. She's going to take a shower tomorrow morning. She usually takes out the garbage on weekends. She took out the garbage last weekend. She's going to take out the garbage next weekend. She does yoga 4 times a week. She did yoga yesterday in the morning. She's going to do yoga the day after tomorrow. My friend Vanessa makes interesting clothing designs. She made an interesting design last week. She's going to make another interesting design soon. My friend Vanessa makes interesting clothing designs. She made an interesting design last week. She's going to make another interesting design soon. Okay, notice that I'm using the verb make, and make is an irregular verb in the past. She made an interesting design last week. Okay. She works part-time in an office. She doesn't work full-time. She worked full-time in an office last year. She didn't work part-time. She's going to work in her own office at home next year. She's not going to work for someone else. Now, the past for work, which is regular, it's with ed. I pronounce it worked. Okay, it finishes with t sound. She worked full-time in an office last year. She usually washes dishes, but she doesn't like it. You see? She usually washes dishes, but she doesn't like it. She washed the dishes last night, but she didn't like it. She's going to wash the dishes tonight, but she's not going to like it. Okay. Now, remember, we have another regular verb. And if we have regular, the verb finishes in ed and is pronounced, in this case, is pronounced with t sound. Washed. She washed the dishes. She goes shopping for clothes. She doesn't go shopping for food. She went shopping for clothes. She didn't go shopping for food. She's going to go shopping for clothes. She's not going to go shopping for food. Okay, now I'm using a verb that normally goes together with another one, which is go and shop. And I normally use, use the first verb as the principal verb, and that's why I say she went shopping for clothes. I don't say she went shopped. I say she went shopping. She went shopping for clothes. A negative. She didn't go shopping for food. Notice the use of auxiliaries in this case. For present, you use doesn't because I'm talking about she. She doesn't go shopping. In past, she didn't go shopping. How about if I talk about a he? Well, he usually drinks coffee and reads the newspaper every morning. He drank coffee and read the newspaper yesterday morning. He is going to drink coffee and read the newspaper tomorrow morning. In this sentence, I am using two verbs. The first one is drink, Second one is read. And notice the pronunciation of read in the past. I say read in past. He drank coffee and read the newspaper yesterday morning. So it's written the same form, but the pronunciation varies. Next. He sometimes goes running with his friend Vanessa. He went running with his friend Vanessa yesterday. He's going to go running with his friend Vanessa next Sunday. Lucky you. Okay, what about next? He sometimes mows the lawn in his free time. He mowed the lawn last vacation. He's going to mow the lawn next vacation. So he only does it in his free time, remember? Next, he works on weekdays and sometimes on weekends. He worked all day last Saturday. He's going to work this coming Sunday. He usually finishes work after 5 p.m. He finished work after 5 p.m. yesterday. He's going to finish work after 5 tomorrow. Okay? One more example. He usually drives to work. He doesn't take the bus. He drove to work yesterday. He didn't take the bus. He's going to drive tomorrow. He's not going to take the bus. Okay, notice the comparisons in past, present, and future, and using both affirmative and negative. Another one, he does the laundry on weekends, but he doesn't like it. He did the laundry last weekend and he didn't like it. He's going to do the laundry next weekend and he's not going to like it. So you'd better like it if you're going to be like that all the time. Okay, or pay somebody. Okay, so next example. What happens if I am talking about other people, but they are not part of the conversation? We have the pronoun they. They start work at 8 a.m. They started work at 8 a.m. this morning. They are going to start work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. In this case, start is a regular verb. Notice the pronunciation in past. Started. They started. They started work at 8 this morning. Students finish school at 3 p.m. on Fridays. They finished school at 3 p.m. last Friday. They are going to finish school at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Okay? It's a regular verb, so that's not a problem. It's pronounced finished in past. They finished school at 3 p.m. last Friday. Banks usually don't open on holidays. They didn't open last holidays, and they are not going to open these holidays. That's too bad because I needed some cash. Okay, so that's it. Okay, we have enough examples, and this is a comparative chart. How to make the sentences in present, past, and future. You can see subject, verb, complement, and time expression in the correct order. Notice the use of the verb work for present, and then for past, and at last for future. You can pause the video and you can check this chart because it summarizes what we have done in this video. All these sentences are in present, past, and future, but they are affirmative. So let's check the chart when it's negative. Look, when it's negative, we need to use auxiliaries, remember? And in present, we use auxiliary don't or auxiliary doesn't. And when it's past, we use auxiliary didn't. Okay? And it's the same order. We don't modify any order. Subject, verb, complement, and time expression. So That's it. Pause the video, check it out, and you will find out that everything is so easy. Thank you very much for joining me today, and hope to see you in the next lesson.